Hey guys, so today I'm going to share with you what I got in my Boxycharm box for the month of March. Like my last Ipsy video, I tried on the products as I was opening the box. So this is the look I came up with and I really like how it turned out. I like all the products that came in this box this month. So if you would like to see what I got in my box for the month of March, then please keep watching. The theme for this month's Boxycharm is creepy cute, and the first product I'm going to try out is the Smashbox foundation primer. This is their photo finish foundation primer and it says it's oil free, and this one says that it retails for $16 because this is not their full size. This is one that I guess they still sell. I think it's like their travel size, and it is 0.5 fluid ounces or 15 mils. So I've never tried this before, so I'm excited to try this out. I know a lot of people use this. I know this is a pretty popular item, but I've never tried it, so I'm excited to finally try it out. It instantly blurs fine lines and pores, leaving skin with a velvety, smooth, even finish. Before I put this on, I'm just going to quickly moisturize my face. To moisturize today, I'm going to use the Origins Ginseng Moisturizer. This is their energy boosting moisturizer. I really like this. It smells really good. It smells kind of like citrusy. And for my under eyes, I'm going to use this Origins Ginseng Refreshing Eye Cream. This is supposed to brighten and depuff your under eyes. I like using this. It really helps to just moisturize your under eyes, so then the concealer or all your makeup goes on better. And I like to just use my ring finger to blend it out so that I'm not tugging too much on this area. Okay, now I'm going to use the primer. So after putting this primer on my face, I put it on my entire face. It makes my skin feel a lot more smooth, and it doesn't really feel matte or anything, and it feels slightly sticky or tacky, but not like a lot. I can't really tell that it's blurring my pores yet, but maybe with the foundation on top it'll make my pores look smaller. I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna move on and put some foundation on real quick. So I just finished putting foundation on. I put the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus cream on, and I have the shade Fair. I really like this. I actually first tried going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills stick foundation, and I have the shade Warm Porcelain. But this foundation, for me, it's hard for me to find a primer that works well with it because it tends to emphasize like my pores and dry areas. Even though I don't really have dry skin, this tends to make my skin look dry, which is really weird. Like the makeup kind of breaks up on my cheeks and right here in between my brows and my forehead. So I could only use this foundation with primers that are super moisturizing and hydrating and like sticky. So it didn't really work with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I only ended up putting this a little bit on my cheek right over here, and then I didn't like how it looked, so I didn't put any more on, and then I just went in with the It Cosmetics CC Plus cream. But after putting my foundation on and blending everything out with my concealer and setting it with powder, I do think that this primer works pretty well. My skin feels pretty soft. Like the foundation blended out really well on top of the primer. I wouldn't say that it is one of my favorite primers. I do like the Too Faced Hanover RX primer better than this one because that one is more moisturizing and that one just makes your skin feel healthier and more hydrated. But that is the purpose of that one. It's not really supposed to be blurring like this one is. And then as far as minimizing pores, I think that the Benefit Professional does a better job at minimizing and blurring pores than this one does. So I think this primer is okay. I don't think it's bad, but it's not really like one of my favorites. Like I have primers in my collection that I like better than this one. For concealer, I use these two together. I use the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair Neutral, and then the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer, and I have the shade Fair Neutral in that as well. So I just combine these because this one's a little bit more liquidy and this one's a little bit thicker, like fuller coverage. So I combine these for my under eyes, and then I just use this one on its own to conceal areas of my face like my nose, in between my forehead and my chin. And then to set my face, I use the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. I really like using this to set my foundation because it doesn't have any talc in it. I don't really like using powders to set my whole face that have talc because I don't want to really breathe that in. I know that most eyeshadows have talc, so it's pretty difficult to steer away from talc when you're getting eyeshadows. But since when I'm using eyeshadows, I'm just applying it to my eyes, it's not going in the air as much, going like a big cloud of powder on my entire face. I'm okay with that. For face powders though, I really like using the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. It works really well at just setting your face, making it look really smooth and giving it a nice finish, and it really helps to control oil throughout the day. So the next product in my Boxycharm box is from Naked Cosmetics. It is an eyeshadow palette. So here is the palette from Naked Cosmetics, and it says on the little insert that it is called the Urban Rustic palette by Naked Cosmetics. It says it retails for $39.99. And it says that these colors offer a dramatic look when applied damp or with an eye base. The colors have hints of green, bronze, purple, and brown. So it's actually funny because I was just talking about how I don't like using powders that have talc in them, and that it's hard for me to find an eyeshadow without talc in it. And I was looking on the back of the box of this Naked Cosmetics palette, and it doesn't look like it has any talc in it, which is great because I finally have an eyeshadow without talc. It just says it has mica in it. So I'm really excited to try this out. So first I'm just going to swatch these. There's a pretty green, like deep burnt orange, and then like kind of a wine purpley color, burgundy almost. So they look super pigmented just on my fingers. Okay, those look so pretty. They are so pigmented. I'm going to try to do an eye look with this. I'm going to also use the Lorac Pro Palette 3 just to use as some transition colors and just to tie the look together. So first I'm just going to use some Smashbox 24-hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer just to prime my eyelids. If you've watched other videos on my channel, I usually just use concealer to prime my eyes. I don't know, I think I should just try using primers, eyeshadow primers. I'm going to use, this is a Sedona Lace EB13 brush. I think I got this in my Boxycharm box in February. I'm going to go into this shade Terracotta right here. And I'm just going to apply this to my crease. Not very precisely, just kind of as a transition shade. I should have done my brows first. Oh well. Actually, I think I'll do my brows before I finish up the eyes. Okay, so I just finished up my brows, so I'm gonna go back into this Lorac palette. So like before, I was just taking that shade Terracotta and buffing it in my crease just as a transition shade. I'm going to go into the orange shade right here. This is so pigmented. It goes on so nicely. I didn't use any kind of setting spray with this. I'm just putting it on as it is, and it looks so pigmented. I'm going to zoom up a little bit just so you can see how pigmented it is. So I'm just packing this orange shade all over my lid, and it is so pigmented. I'm really surprised by how pigmented and easy this is to work with. And then once I reach my crease, I'm just trying to blend it out a little bit. I'm going to take a clean brush. So I really like how this eyeshadow from Naked Cosmetics goes on the eyes. It's so pigmented and creamy and easy to blend and work with, and I didn't need to use any kind of setting spray or anything to work with it to make it apply better. I'm going to go back into my Lorac Pro Palette 3. I'm going to go back into that Terracotta shade and just add a little bit more to my crease. Just to kind of blend that orange in with it. And going back into the Lorac palette, I'm going to take this color right here. It's called Blanc, and I'm just going to use this to highlight my brow bone. And then for my lower lash line, I'm going to use a different brush and take this orange shade again, and I'm just going to try to buff this on my lower lash line. And then I'm going back into that Terracotta shade from the Lorac Pro palette and just also buffing that on my lower lash line just to kind of blend them together so it doesn't look too bright orange. And then for a little bit more highlight for my inner corner, I'm going to use the Anastasia and Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero palette. It's such a pretty glow kit. I think Nicole did such a great job on this palette. It's just so gorgeous. I'm going to take the shade Forever Lit right here, and I'm going to use this to highlight my inner corners of my eyes. That's super highlighted. I love this palette. The highlights are just so pigmented. I'll put a little bit on my brow bone. So I just finished up my eyes. I put on some eyeliner and mascara, and I really like how the eyes turned out with this eyeshadow palette. I really like the really warm tones in here. I love this orange shade. I think it's just so pretty, and it was really easy to work with. So I'm excited to use the other two colors in this palette. And again, I'm really happy that it is talc free. So my next item in my box is a fan brush from the brand Crown Brush. And it is a Jumbo Kabuki fan brush, SS023. I've actually been really wanting one of these jumbo fan brushes for a while, ever since I saw Nikki Tutorials use a Morphe brush that was similar in size to this, and she used it to contour. And the way that she used the brush, it just made it seem so easy to really get into your cheeks to contour, and it made it look really easy and it looked really pretty and flawless. So I was really excited to get this in my Boxycharm box. And this brush is actually really soft. I have one other brush from Crown Brush that I think I got in a Ipsy box, and I don't really like it. It's not very soft, but it isn't a fat brush like this. Oh, it's a C513 brush. It's like an eyeshadow brush, but I don't like this one. It's really rough for some reason and just not soft. I don't know why. But this one is totally different. So I'm gonna try using this to contour today. So it says that this brush retails for $18.99, and it says it features a large fanned brush head, perfect for the soft application of powder products. It is also great for lightly dusting shimmer products onto skin. So to contour, I'm gonna use my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I love this stuff. And let's see how this works. So I like how this is applying bronzer. It really gets right into your cheekbone to really define your cheeks. So I think this is actually working really well. So I really like how this brush worked to contour, especially my cheeks, and then also made it really easy to contour my forehead because it really just gets in that area that you need to contour. So the next two products in my box are both lip products. The first one, let's see, it's a lip liner. The brand is called RealHer, and it says it's an expert advice lip liner in the shade I Am Unique. And this is what the packaging looks like. So this is what the color looks like on my skin just swatched. It's kind of like a dark fuchsia, I would say. It's a little too bright. I don't usually go for colors like this. And it feels pretty creamy when you put it on. It retails for $12.50, and it's a creamy lip liner that glides across lips to define your pout. So the last product in my box is a liquid lipstick from the brand Dirty Little Secret, and it's a velvet matte liquid lipstick in the shade Phantom. So this is what it looks like in the packaging. I think this packaging is so cute. It reminds me of Minnie Mouse. I think it's really cute. It's just like little white polka dots, and then the color of the actual lipstick is kind of like an orangey red. So this lipstick, it says it retails for $14, and it is a fiery red with orange undertones. So my lips are already moisturized. I put the Best Damn Beauty lip mask by Nicole Guerrero on, but when I started my makeup. So this is how the lip liner looks on its own. I lined my lips and just decided to fill them in just so I could see what this looks like on its own. I don't like how this looks with my eye look because it's way too bright and colorful, but I do think that this is a pretty color. When I put it on, it looks more like a berry kind of shade, like a kind of a bright pinky berry. I do think it's a pretty color, but it's not something that I'm used to wearing. It was very creamy and easy to apply. So I'm just going to take this off, and I'm going to try the other lipstick on real quick. I'm going to go in with this liquid lipstick and see how it looks. So it has a doe foot applicator, and it looks like a pretty nice applicator. So this is how the lipstick looks on. I actually really like this color. It's a really pretty bright kind of reddish orange. It dries matte pretty fast. It was pretty easy to work with. Sometimes the red shades are kind of hard for me to use just because they're so pigmented, and it's like if you don't apply them right, it's gonna look like a mess on your lips. But this one was actually pretty easy to apply. So it doesn't really have like a fragrance. It just mostly smells like a liquid lipstick, or a lipstick in general, so it doesn't smell bad or it doesn't really smell good or anything. I'm gonna try seeing if it will transfer on my hand. Wow, there is no transfer at all when I do that, and I just put it on. So this is definitely a very fast drying formula. So if you do use this, you want to work with it pretty fast. I didn't have any problem with applying it, like it didn't set too fast or anything, but just so you know, it does dry pretty fast. I only did one layer. I didn't need to do another layer, so it has really good pigmentation, and it wasn't patchy or anything. Since it is a liquid lipstick and it's matte, it does feel drying, but it's not like super duper drying, like it's not more than I'm used to. So yeah, I'm really happy with this product. I think it's really pretty and I definitely think I'll be using it again. And I think the packaging is so cute. It just reminds me of Disney and Minnie Mouse. I don't really like it with this eye look though, because I think it's too bright and too orange because I have too much orange bright color going on my face. So I'm going to take this off and just put on like a nude lipstick. So I just put some nude lipstick on. I used the Too Faced Naked Dolly lipstick. I think this is their like La Creme lipstick. It's just a little sample I got. And then I topped it with the Too Faced Sweet Peach Creamy Peach Oil Lip Gloss, and I have the shade Peach Fuzz. So I just like this combination because it's a little bit more nude. Well, it's actually very nude. I think it looks nice though with this eye look, since the eye look is pretty bold and bright. So yeah, that completes what I got in my March Boxycharm box. I really like the Naked Cosmetics Urban Rustic palette. I think it's so pretty and the shadows are really good, and I'm really excited to try the other two shades. And then I thought the primer from Smashbox was okay. I don't think it's bad, but I didn't think it was like amazing. I thought this lip liner was nice. I wasn't that impressed by it just because I'm not really into this color because it's very bright, but it was a nice lip liner and it did apply well. And then I really liked this liquid lipstick. The formula seemed really nice and I liked how it went on. And I think this is a really pretty orangey red, and I love this brush. I'm really excited to keep using this brush for bronzing and contouring my face. It made it so easy to get into the hollows of my cheeks and then also to buff around my forehead and then all on my jawline as well. It just made it so easy. I'm really happy I got this. I've been wanting to try a brush like this for a while now, and it's really soft and it makes it really easy to blend. You can let me know in the comments down below what you got this month in your box, or if you have any of these products just in your collection without subscribing to Boxycharm, let me know what you think about them. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!